I love snow. I love snowstorms. And one wintry night, as I was driving home, I was enjoying a real blizzard coming down. And as I pulled into my driveway and turned off the car, I reached over and picked up some papers that I had on the front seat. And when I looked up, I noticed that the snow had stopped. It had stopped snowing. For a second, I was amazed, and then I realized it could not possibly have stopped snowing so quickly. And so on a whim, I just turned back the headlights on. And lo and behold, there was the snow in all its glory. What was the difference? The snow was always there. What else, I thought to myself, could we not see without headlights? What worlds exist that our naked senses cannot perceive, yet can and do exist? In the Holy Qur'an, it is written, His miracles abound in the creation of the heavens and the earth, and in all the creatures broadcast over them. And as and when He wants to garner them, He has the power. Qur'an Surah 42, Ayat 49. The human ear can only hear certain frequencies, generally between 20 cycles per second and 20,000 cycles per second. Now, the dog's ear can hear higher than that. You all know about dog whistles. The human ear cannot hear them, but your little doggy can, and come running and respond when you blow the whistle. Also, in the great mysterious cathedrals of ancient Europe, these cathedrals in which so many mysteries and secrets are encoded, the organs in these cathedrals play notes that are below the threshold of human hearing. You cannot hear these notes, but you can feel them as intense vibration within your body. And this makes for a very powerful spiritual experience. I have heard personally these organs played. Entire choirs of existence must surround us. Innumerable planes of probability extending infinitely from this moment. And yet people scoff at ideas such as angels, extraterrestrials, jinn, and the paranormal. There are many probability axes in Allah's creation. Now, the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, had a nephew and son-in-law to whom he vouchsafed the greatest esoteric secrets. This keeper of the mystical wisdom was known as Imam Ali, alayhi salam. And Imam Ali, alayhi salam, had something remarkable to say about extraterrestrial life. And this saying has been confirmed by the greatest scholars in Islam. Imam Ali said, "The stars in the skies are populated with cities as the earth is, thereby confirming the existence of sentient life in various parts of the universe." It would be a great error to limit the divine reality to only what you can see, feel, hear, touch, taste. The great Sufis have said that Allah created 18,000 worlds, and that these worlds can fit into a tiny dot. In the distant past, human beings used mantras, words of power, special sound frequencies to move and manipulate large blocks of stone. These blocks of stone are so heavy and huge that the strongest and most powerful cranes today cannot lift them. And yet there they are for all to see, shaped, cut, and put into position. How was this done? There was an ancient wisdom. We have now ascertained through the work of such persons as John Anthony West that the Great Sphinx existed back to 10,000 to 20,000 BCE, if not before, proving that indeed a great civilization existed on Earth at the end of the last ice age. Allah has sent 124,000 prophets to humanity. We only know a handful of their names. Their names are hidden to us. But perhaps legends remain of these individuals that we know as Viracocha in Central and South America, Maith in Wales, Lu Dagda, Nuada, and Manannán mac Lir in Ireland, Zarathustra in Persia, Pythagoras, Zalmoxis, and Dionysus, as well as Ra, Thoth, Atum, Osiris. Also, there is a question much debated among Sufis and Muslims. Can a woman be a prophet? Can a woman be a sheikh? Let us not forget the fact that long before there existed this patriarchy, this very brief patriarchy of maybe only 2,000 to 3,000 years, women were the source of energy, were regarded as the source of life. For all life proceeded from the woman. Only women can give birth. It is kind of absurd that all these patriarchal religions talk about the male gods speaking creation into existence. Because after all, the male cannot give birth. So they had to come up with some other idea. Therefore, let us not forget Isis, Astarte, Diana, Hecate, Demeter, Kali, Inanna, Athena, Danu, Breed, and many other great women initiates registered in world myth. There's a Zen poem. You cannot get it by taking thought. You cannot seek it by not taking thought. Terence McKenna said, Gnosis is privileged knowledge concerning nature and vouchsafed by her in ecstasy. There have been many great initiates who have access to the unseen worlds. It is your birthright also to have access to the supersensible realms. Peace and blessings. Ooh.